sheds, Ola for 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 sheds. They not like us, now they whine me.
They not like us. 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 The party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Got fuck him up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord. It was probably A minor.
I need it back. Ikadama Bella. I need it back. Oh, made an extreme.
Baba ne jealous. I eating on my boss. Eat up on my game. Who's money must get? I Baba ne jealous. Eating on my boss. Eat up on my game. Who's money must get? I Baba ne jealous.
Baba ne jealous. Baba ne jealous. Jealous. Baba ne jealous. Jealous.
Baba ne jealous. Baba ne jealous. Baba ne jealous. Baba ne jealous. Baba ne jealous. Baba ne jealous.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one time it's Hilton and Sound Trinity right here with Mason Extra in the Afro EDM duo. You know, say normally when man they put card up for woman, either the card new or the woman still new. I tell you what, normally you say, oh, but protect the boy for you not get money and I waiting now bouncer. It ain't fatter they go. Investing in real estate here tonight.
I don't go deal. That what it is, I define real investors, though, don't be skills. That go stay with my people, this gets to be high-end clients. I should make sure I pull up fresh new balance. I go fresh to meet a 50 days match as I am easy, almost a mistake this dollar. Position, money law, forget all of us. Ubi Kubana, the Wizard, I do in Abuja, forget agenda, money flow. Olumodi, they flex, I don't owe choppy low.
Hey, if you never bomb and you don't collect, raise your hand up. Steady bombing. No, I'm not bombing here in Jesus' name. We're going straight to the Albert Palace.
Desperado, many, my amigo, Balotelli, get this to give me photo, paparazzi, Don Julio, Monteami, Epuneto, if the stars are down, as I'm in trouble now, Epuneto, if the stars are down, as I'm in trouble now,
My people, welcome back, welcome back. Hit the like button, please, 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 please. Hit the like button right now. We're about to get started. Hit the like button. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit the like button. Yay. Hey. Hey. Hey, thank you, Abby. Thank you, Abby, for the $4.99. Thank you, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yay. Lovely. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let me do a quick shout out to Abby, of course. Shout out to Dr. Adama. Shout out to Babes Wind. Shout out to Biba. Good to see you, Biba. Shout out to Chinye. I saw Chinye earlier. Yes, Chinye. Welcome, Chinye. She said you are inviting the trolls today. No, I promise I'm not trying to. What a clickbait. It is not. Honestly, it's just very dark man's title flipped over. That's all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get started with the show. Oh my God, we have a show. Don't we have a show today? Do you guys like the thumbnail? All right, I'm trying not to overthink these shows. I feel like you guys get so much value already that I'm trying not to overthink the shows. You know, we have content, Prestige Family. We have content for days. We can talk about relationships, marriage, life. We can talk about these things for days, right? But you know, in fact, there was a topic that I was going to talk about today. You guys know who Uriel is? Uriel, BBN, Uriel. There was a topic that I was going to talk about today. The topic was Uriel Okuta exposing dating in Lagos. Lagos men are something else. It's a reaction to a podcast that she just did. I was going to talk about that today. If you guys would like me to talk about that, I will maybe we'll bring that on tomorrow or Friday. If you guys would like me to talk about that, react to that. She said some interesting things about dating. Yeah, I think she really means in modern times, you know. So we're going to talk about that. Anyway, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I appreciate you for being here. Shout out to Ronke. I see you, Ronke. I see, let's see, who else did we miss here? Let's see, Iyabo Joe have destroying lives long time ago, but no one sees it. Thank God for the anointed. We haven't even get it started. I need Gege to become and help me laugh here. Oh my God. The rats are undefeated at this point. Adama say yes, please do, sir. Okay, yes, I think I will bring that topic. Let's see. Oh, it's Dr. Adama's on Friday. I know she'll want to. No, don't hide Dr. Adama. Shout out to Dr. Adama. Shout out to Dr. Adama. Happy birthday in advance. Happy birthday in advance. So yeah, today we're going to kind of like continue the saga with the whole very dark man versus Iyabo Ojo. If you were to score, let me first of all, let's make sure we hit the like buttons. Let's get the like buttons up, guys. Let's get the like buttons up to at least 25. If you're watching and you are a regular, especially you Prestige Family, make sure you're hitting. We got 9. We need to get that up to 20 at least. Okay. Let's get that up to 20 likes. I appreciate you for being here. My name is Ola. I am a relationship and marriage coach. Basically, what we do here is we extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. So if you're brand new here, this is what we do here. If it's trending, there's a reason why it's trending. There's a reason why your emotions are tangled up onto that topic. We will talk about it. Usually, there's a relationship lesson in it. Okay, usually there's a relationship lesson in it. The side of your brain that works is how you will interpret what is going on. It is the side of the basketballs that you will take. It's the side of your brain that works. Okay, and we like to highlight it. I like to teach you how to talk. I know you don't like that. It's social media. How can you teach a grown adult how to talk? You never see anything yet.
Everything I do, I will.
You never see anything yet, yo. But before we continue, we always like to have portable dance for us anytime we get money. So we get money. So let's have that portable dance, and then we'll continue the show. All right, welcome back. So whatever you think your opinion is about this, who is winning this game so far? Is it Iyabo Ojo or VDM? Who is winning thus far? Iyabo Ojo or VDM? Whatever option you've decided to choose, it does matter. It's your side of your brain that works, okay? But you're right, okay?
You're right.
Whatever side you decide to choose is the side of your brain that's working, okay? So let's just continue to pay attention to just not beyond the obvious, beyond the obvious. Whatever is obvious to you, there's a good chance that the lesson is behind that. So the same thing is applicable to me as well, okay? The same thing is applicable to all of us. If you tend to think a certain way, self-reflection will help you think deeper than that, because that's probably not where the lesson is. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you think VDM is right, and if that's how you tend to think, shout out to you, you're right. But that's probably not the lesson of life you need to get. We need to think a little bit deeper than that. And the general populace, most people will not do that. But that's what sets apart the winners from the losers. Most human beings are losers. Write that down and take it to the bank. Particularly when it comes to relationship, most human beings are losers, okay? And there's a few winners, and you always have a choice. You can decide which side of that equation you fall in, okay? It starts with simple things as being open-minded and just always being open to learning outside of what you already know, Religion in general is typically close-minded, because that's just religion. Politics in general, your political where you tend to empathize, right? You tend to be close-minded because it's a part of who you are, kind of. But if you want to dig a little deeper than that, then you ask yourself some very hard questions, and it can be very difficult. It's a very you need to be super patient with that process. It's easier said than done. So anyway, somebody is saying, why don't we do this? I'm gonna we already got the likes up to, let's make sure we got the likes up. We're not going to take too long here. Like I said, I don't want to be overthinking the shows, because I want to show up a little bit more consistently, right? But let's see what the polls are saying. 76 people have hit the like, but we're only seeing 9 likes. Okay, I will take that as 9 Prestige family. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you are a complete stranger here, consider joining us by simply clicking the subscribe button. Okay, consider joining us by consider joining the Prestige family by simply clicking the like button. All right, so now I'm going to set up this poll, and then we'll address the poll at the end. All right, it makes it fun. Okay, it makes it fun as we're getting through the lessons. Who is winning? Very Dark Man, all right, or Iyabo Ojo? It's kind of sad that we're talking about this around the Justice for Mohbad story. That's what this has been about, right? But that's just life. Unfortunately, nothing, everything ends. Everything that has a beginning ends. We would like it to be a very we would like it to be a better story. But that young man was winning and unfortunately was also being bullied by the likes of people in the camp of the Malians, Sam Larry and them. There are video evidences everywhere that he was being bullied for at least probably more than a year before his sudden unfortunate passing, which is not directly as a result of the bullying, but there's a lot of things that build up to that space where he was at, and there was a lot of fear around this camp. And unfortunately, it looks like he encountered an injury, and he was treated by a quack nurse. And because of misappropriation of things that are supposed to be regulated in Nigeria, many of us received injection from a nurse, a neighbor nurse, when we were growing up. Let's stop the cap. We did. If you grew up in Nigeria, you know what I'm talking about. It was inappropriate. It was illegal. It was not right. But also, for me, that was the late 80s into the mid 90s. So I would hope that people know better these days. But let's stop the cap. If you grew up in that era, you receive injection in your butt by a neighbor nurse. It wasn't appropriate. Maybe it was appropriate for the time, Sha. But I'm just saying, let's stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
So, with that being said, some people survived it, some people didn't. Now, if you recall, the last time we covered this show, we held Oga Polo accountable for jumping. Like, don't like Oga, stop addressing VDM. Let us address VDM in public. Like, don't do that. If you're a person of a certain caliber, do not appease a VDM. You cannot be appeasing VDM. It doesn't work. He's a man like many people that have made up his mind on wherever he sees. He doesn't do any analysis. He presents it as he's doing analysis, but he doesn't. Okay, it's BS for the most part. He's made up his mind, and there's always some type of agenda. Before any type of analysis, there's an agenda. Okay, and but he also uses those agenda to manipulate the gullibles, and it works very well. It works well. Okay, it's the same tactic, the same skills that politicians will tend to use, you know, except his own. I'm not sure if he completely understands the level of power he's been accorded. I don't think he fully understands that. So last, we go there here. I'm patient. I am very, very patient. VDM Macolette.
Sorry.
So he just released a video, literally like last 2 hours or so. Like I said, I don't want to be overthinking this stuff. If I see something, 30 minutes video, but let's go ahead and listen to this. But before we do that, let me see what the chat is saying. Ronke Aluge, shout out to you. I see your comment all the time. I see your name all the time. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for always being here. She says Iyabo is winning because there's a VDM video of Council Naramali. That's a good angle, right? That's a good angle. That was the, like I said, he's made up his mind usually before he jumps out there. He doesn't do any analysis, because if he did analysis first, it would be a moving thing, meaning it doesn't have to be conclusive, especially if the case is still open. But he's usually made up his mind, you know. Grace, shout out to Grace, say, my brother, you know Nigeria. I try. I don't know Nigeria like that too. I'm starting to find out that I don't know Nigeria, you know, but God help me. Maybe Abby will take me to Nigeria one of those days so I can get to know the new Nigeria. I haven't known Nigeria in at least 10 years. And I feel a sense of shame to say that, but it is what it is. We will come back soon. Iyabo is winning because in any way she didn't buy Mohbad. The oppressed will be forever oppressed. Yes, this is the problem with losers. Losers are usually maybe initially victims, but they tend to perpetuate their victimhood. Okay, even if they were not victims, they will always find a villain in our surrounding environment. Even when things are happening naturally, they will find one. But oftentimes there's actually a real villain, so it makes it even easier to remain a victim. It's a very dicey thing, because the last thing I want to do is actually victim shame anybody, but I don't think anybody grows until they hold themselves accountable as a self. I don't think there's any growth outside of self accountability. Again, it's very difficult. The best we can do is, you know, maybe put out this kind of content so that somebody can listen and maybe say, hey, have I self-reflected? What am I doing to myself? We have 3 core pillars here when it comes to relationships and marriage. We have God, purpose, and self. Okay, so if there's any type of accountability in this conversation, it must be self-accountability. I can sit down here and appease you and pander to you and make your partner the enemy. You know, I can do that too. But I feel like it doesn't add any value because there's more than enough platforms that will do that for you out there. Echo chamber where they're saying the same thing all the time, but it makes you feel good in short term, but you go back to your bed, you still cry at night, and then you come back tomorrow, you have to deal with the same issues. But before we'll come back to the chat in a little bit, you know, we'll come back to the chat. So let's go ahead and react to this video from VDM. I'm actually going to give him his credit. He's a very dark man. He has something to tell us. This is the fresh video. I don't know if it released in the last 2 hours, but this video right here.
Today, now for me and Iyabo Ojo. As you say, Iyabo Ojo, I've gone to petition CP Ifeanyi Uche, the director of MPF NCCC. She petitioned him and the Nigerian police. Her reason is this. According to her, that CP is my backbone. He's the one aiding me, and they give me power. Not just that. Iyabo Ojo also alleged that while they were interrogating her, they let me come into the interrogation room. Not just that. She also said, I can't go there, go they eat biscuits, they drink tea. How the mighty are falling.
Okay. Let's make it, we'll do every 1 minute. He's saying a lot of stuff already. The manipulation is active already. I don't know if you're listening. Hey, wala. I don't know if you're listening. It's already active. It's 37 seconds in, and the manipulation is active in. It's around the word interrogation room. Phrase interrogation room. Let's listen.
Iyabo, come back Nigeria. How the mighty are falling. Before na me she for petition, but you know why she can't petition me? Because this time I hold group chat and I hold a lot of evidence. Not just that, I was there and I witnessed everything, the way she begged, the way everything happened. But I am happy Iyabo Ojo did this. You know why I'm happy? It is very good for that commissioner of police.
All right. So a couple of things so far. First of all, that's a threat. He doesn't know that he's actively dishing out a threat. If she comes back, what's going to happen? No, you don't have to tell us before it becomes a threat, by the way. He won't know that, of course, until he collects, right? He won't know this, but that's a threat. Come back Nigeria first. So you have an active conflict, a public conflict going on with a person. The person, we kind of know that she went to Canada or something to go and hang out with a child that's about to have a baby. And you say, come back Nigeria first. All right, before that, shout out to Natu. Thank you, Natu. Before you even get into that, right? They said he was in the interrogation room, right? I don't know if he said this already, but he's going to tell us that it wasn't an interrogation room. It was a conference room. Rats.
You doing what?
So already 2 strikes. Maybe somebody can take notes for me and put it in the chat, please. Again, it wasn't interrogation room, it was conference room. In the same breath, 3rd strike, he's saying, I was a witness, I saw everything. What type of room was it? Was it a bedroom? Was it an interrogation room? Was it excuse me, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me cough. Was it interrogation room? Was it bedroom? Was it bathroom? Was it a conference room? Why does it matter? She filed a petition against the CP Uche, whatever his name is, the policeman, the special investigation for cybercrime, whatever. She filed a petition that you were present inside the room where you were not supposed to be present, but you want to pick on. It's the same thing when we're arguing about relationship and somebody said, no, let's go and check out the meaning of submission inside of the dictionary. It is lame behavior. Because no matter what word you use out there, context matters. Ladies and gentlemen, context over content every single day of the week. We have to pay attention, guys. We have to pay attention to people like this. More importantly, you're your own worst enemy. You have to pay attention to yourself, how you interpret stuff. Okay, you have to pay attention. It's 2025. You can no longer claim ignorance. You cannot say, let me go and find the dictionary meaning of submission so I can understand submission. You can't do stuff like that. It's very dangerous to yourself because you're not listening, and also you're becoming predictable because you tend to repeat the same line of thoughts. So the enemy is very easy for the enemy to get you. Who is the enemy? It's usually self. Sometimes you're the own worst enemy. Shout out to Natu says 23 likes missing. Guy, hit the like button. Beg. Anyway, thank you, Natu. I appreciate that. Please hit the like button. Let's continue into the next minute. He's still telling us, if you want to watch the full video without my interruption, go to his channel. His name is Very the Dark Black Man. But I'm just reacting here. Okay. All right, let's get going. Let me see here. Where I'm going here. Let me see. Where is this thing now? Okay, let's continue.
Ogauchi, it is very good. This will be a very big lesson to you and the members of the Nigerian police. That it's not every case that you try to settle. Some case just charge and go court immediately. When I don't see now. Now the reason why Iyabo is petitioning them, it is because she does not want them to go ahead with the case. She won't blackmail them so that that case goes spoil. But Iyabo, it cannot work. Let me tell you. Come back Nigeria first. Come back. First things first, Iyabo, you don't know that that particular station is the most sophisticated police station in the whole of West Africa. That cybercrime center you are seeing there, no be small one. Every room, every office in that cybercrime is wired with camera and sound. So everything you say there, there's sound and there's camera to it. So you say, I was let into the interrogation, you go prove them. You go prove them.
Okay, so you go prove he clearly doesn't know how life works. The only thing he knows is his ability to manipulate. Okay, and it's working so far, but it can only work for so long. As you can see, if you look around the internet, you will start to see more and more people. Let me see here. Let's see what's going on here. No, don't time out these people. You block them. You silence morons. As soon as you find them, you silence them every single time. No, not time out. You silent. Weak links are to be silent. Okay, the rats are silent all the time. As in, like, no comments are allowed. The same thing will happen here if they don't know how to control themselves. Okay, zero tolerance. It's how life works, especially for men. Okay, you don't know how to talk in public, you will be silenced. It's not a matter of democracy or dictatorship. I don't know. This is just how life works, especially for men. Men cannot afford to not know how to talk in public. Do you understand? So they must learn how to talk. I teach you how to talk. If your father did not teach you how to talk, I don't know if you know yet. This is not TikTok. This is YouTube. Welcome back. All right, so moderators, you silence them for life. If they come back with another account, you silence them. Okay. If you're not sure what they're saying, you can leave them alone. Once you find out that this is you silence them. Silencer. All right, good. So on this second minute, right? He said, not every case you try to settle. There's nothing that speaks ignorance more than that. There's nothing that speaks ignorance more than that. There is a reason, there's an actual economical reason why governments, every jurisdiction around the world have mediation. There's a reason for that. It's not just because of your feelings. VDM, It's no. They shouldn't settle all cases. Why? Because you just like basketballs. You want to stay wicked. Unfortunately, civilized society don't work that way. They have to allow for some type of mediation, possibly settlement. Some jurisdiction will enforce it. Not because they are appeasing your ignorant ass, because they want to talk to you so that you can settle. No, that's not why. It's because it's actually it's actually better for the society beyond just your feelings. I know you like to say, let's just be logical, but you're actually the one that's emotional, right? So there's actually a logical reason why you have to acknowledge human beings' emotions. Anytime you find yourself silencing human being emotions, that's you being illogical. You see how that works? The biggest variable in all of it is human emotions. So how are you going to ignore it, the biggest variable, and call yourself logical? T gets where any. Y'all gonna learn.
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
Sorry.
So strike number, let's call it 3. The first one, conference versus bedroom. It was an interrogation room, but I was present to see it all. Precisely what they are petitioning the police for. Not even you. You gonna prove it. See, he doesn't understand how life works. And then he now goes to say, come back to Nigeria. He's issuing live threats on the internet. It's only a matter of time before he becomes a liability for Uche. If he understands that, he will stop right now. Because it might be sweet right now, whatever the reason is, but it's only a matter of, if you keep going like that, you become a liability. And then eventually they'll take you down, whatever that means for them. Thirdly, third strike, not every case you settle lies. Okay, that's a lies. That's part of him speaking to his emotion. But then, you know what? There's people that relate with that because their personality, they don't settle. Stop settling. We like our basketballs. I don't want no peace. Violence, always. Forgetting that this is a public case. In real life, it doesn't work like that. Precisely because you feel that way is why the government will set things in motion, set institutions so that they can, how do you say that? So that they can control you. That's why. They know there's somebody with that personality. They just like basketballs. Once they are right, they are right. And nothing else beyond just being right. Nothing else matters beyond being right and wrong.
You're right.
Excuse my French. Let me come to the shout out to Simbi. Simbi, I see you earlier. Sorry about that. Williams, shout out to Williams. Say VDM is winning. Okay. The police are enabling him. That is why he's talking anyhow. That's what Bezwin said. This guy needs to be locked up forever. I dislike his gut. Like I said, it's not personal, right? Let's see. She already asked them to charge her to court. So what is he saying? Yeah, don't listen. Just go ahead and do it. Anyway, let's go to the 3rd minute.
Now, this man one they call my backbone. How did I meet him? Should I tell Nigerians how I met him?
No, we know you're going to tell us.
Tell them now.
Just tell us.
Introduce them to me. How?
This is what Jared looked like.
All right, let's pay some bills.
Let's pay some bills. Program. And if you didn't notice, he's an amputee.
Okay, enough.
16th November 2023. Now, on a group chat, I'll tell you answer on now. Iyabo Ojo lawyer Fumi. Good evening, everyone. King Tonto DK, Madam Iyabo, and others. Petition to the IG have been approved. I was called by the detective in charge right now, and they are asking the complainant and myself should come to Abuja tomorrow. Then Tonto DK said, I was about to call Iyabo and Sanclef now to tell them. I got a call too. Then the lawyer said to write statements so they can move swiftly. He said, oh, great. Then the lawyer responded to Iyabo Ojo. He said, from Detective Lawan. Tonto DK said, Detective Bashiru, CSP. Then the lawyer said, okay. Sanclef said, okay. Tonto DK now said, yes. The lawyer now said,
okay, another minute is gone. Nothing. He wants to tell us how they met, how they introduced him. He's going to tell us more. I'll let it roll in a second. Tell us how they introduced him to the CPS, the policemen and whatever, right? So he's telling us that because they filed an initial petition with a whole nation's institution, right? And that's how they indirectly met. Again, vindictive, manipulative, vindictive. The same issue. And again, he's using the chat that is supposed to expose what happened to Mohbad. And yet, so far, we haven't seen anything in the chat again. Nothing in the chat is telling us anything about the cost of Mohbad's death. Nothing. I mean, we kind of know now at this point. I think he already admitted that he's just here to help clear Naira Marley's name. Naira Marley, I'm not surprised that he thinks he thinks this is the best way to handle his public relations. I'm not exactly surprised. That's what happens when you send your kids into the world and you don't train them. I'm sorry, it doesn't look like Akogba. Maybe they didn't receive training. That's the best way to say. We don't want to always assume that it's the parent that didn't train them. Some people just don't receive training. There's some people like that. We need to acknowledge that. Again, nothing in the chat. The 3rd minute. Let's go ahead and again, maybe 4th or 5th strike. I will do a review of them later on. Let's go into the 4th minute here so we don't waste too much time.
But is it from IGP Special Fraud Unit, FCID office? Question. Tonto Dike now says, Sanclef, write your statement and do a video stating this is your statement. Read out in the video. That is the video where Sanclef says, don't that man threatening me, blah, 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 blah. Now, Sanclef say, okay. Then Tonto Dike now posted a picture where she went to MPF NCCC. As you can see, 9 days there. Nigerian Police Force National Cybercrime Center. She posted a picture, see the picture there for her at NCC. Then she now wrote, these are the people who will handle the case once the minutes hit, which they have done today. Please, let's keep this as silent as possible so our impact will be felt. Now then get the connection to carry my case, go Ifeanyi Uche office. Guess what? As they carry me go, this matter.
All right, the 4th minute is gone. Now them, let's use that last one. Now them get the connection. Nothing about what he just read said connection. Nothing. Okay, nothing said connection. The only thing they said is they filed petition. They had, according to him, Sam Clef. They've had Sam Clef do his own statement, right? I'll say this, okay? The fact that that group was created for Mohbad's justice for Mohbad, and then it became them filing because actually they engaged him. I said anybody who engages VDM deserve all the collection they get. Okay, if you collect from VDM after engaging him, you deserve it. It's public space, you know. But a lot of people, they don't understand what the cybercrime truly is. They are going to try to abuse it. I feel like these public figures are abusing that institution. They are, but it's still fair because the police have the autonomy. They have the right to look at, review it and decide if it's worth going after or not. They can decide that. They are also citizens and they have the right to file any petitions they want to file. Okay, it is the job of the police to screen through them and see what is worth going after, if it's a real case or if it belongs in civil court or anything like that. It is their job to do that. So they have the right to do that. I'm just saying, beyond their rights, because I don't do rights here, it was supposed to be about justice for Mohbad. So it's kind of weird that they turned a segment of their conversation into filing petition about cyberbullying between them and but it's fair. Let's just call it's fair. Okay, but nothing in everything he just read said anything about connection. She took the picture because they were all doing back and forth between themselves on the internet in the name of Mohbad. But maybe that was also strategic. Maybe they were trying to make an impact with the movement of justice for Mohbad. But so far, it makes sense to me that all the discussions, sometimes they digress, sometimes they're off, right? It still makes sense to me that they will be saying other things. It just makes sense to me. But of course, not too many people will know that. Let me see here. Some people have opinions. Celebrity Moment says, Iyabo purposely accused Naira Marley of Mohbad's death, knowing it was Sam Larry that bullied him. Okay. Iyabo had a personal vendetta against Naira Marley and used justice for Mohbad to get back at Naira. That's possible. Okay. That's possible. She's also admitted that she found out that her child was spiked. The drink of the child was spiked at Naira Marley's house. That's possible. Would I call that manipulation? No. I would call that's fair. Because if it was me, I might just keep my foot on your neck too. And I might call it something else. You want to call that manipulation? So be it. Okay. But I will come after you if I find an opportunity to come after you if you try to hurt my kids. If that's what you mean by manipulation, okay. Just saying. But yes, public figures should be a little bit more responsible. I'll take that from you. Read people message. Oh Lord. He is no detective, but he likes to get involved and ends up complicating issues. He just, again, is digging more and more holes for himself. People like him will not listen until they collect. If they don't hit rock bottom, they won't stop. It's just impossible. It's practically impossible because he has so much power. That honestly we've given to him. All of this is attention for him. All of this, including what I'm doing here, but hopefully you're getting some lessons out of this. Hopefully. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's continue. Let me go on to the next minute, and then we can come into in a few minutes. Let me go. I'll do 2 minutes right now. I'll take some notes.
Go if I go to your office, they lock me there. From there, if I Uche now, can't carry the matter go court. From court, I went to cell, and that's so they remand me for prison for 1 month. Now from there, the man take to say, very dark man, you are doing well. There are some things that you do with life, some things you should not do it. From now on, all these people you are trying to help.
I said, though you establish your own connection.
Where did they scam, cyber crime, all these people that are doing it. Always bring it here. We'll do it swiftly so that we can all join hands to help Nigerians. So technically, now them introduce me to this man. Now then introduce me to this police station. I don't even know say the police they exist. So they brought a case to this police station about me. The policeman did it well for them. When Naira Marley bring your own petition, come. He bring your own petition. They were supposed to detain Iyabo and take Iyabo to court. Then Iyabo
not necessarily. Okay, but continue. Not necessarily. But
some other policemen, one Yoruba woman did here, were also follow the beg Naira Marley. Now make a bust my head. They did the beg Naira Marley. They begged for downstairs, and that was the downstairs when I go meet them, a conference room. And she said in an interrogation room, Iyabo, you will prove it. Come
you will prove that it is interrogation, not conference
room now.
He that really thinks woman, Rat, he really thinks you're stupid, just so you know. Okay, he thinks you're stupid and you can't think for yourself.
They used to beg everybody, say may they look for way, may they talk things out. Do you understand? May they talk now they are gonna go meet them. What jam Naira when I say okay they did there. Now enter. Now me say see them. Now that's when me and her lawyer went outside. When I come tell her say, bro, now that you people are begging, does Iyabo want to come public? When the lawyer said yes, Iyabo wants to come public and apologize. But they are thinking that people will not believe them, or people will say that they have been threatened. So they will rather promote the Naira Marley music. What tell them to say, bro, when I get locked in Naira Marley, no for Niger Delta region. When I finish in career, finish. When I instead when I apologize over a lie. She told them that she lied over a lie. And you are coming to say you promote his music. I said, Naira Marley from Niger Delta region. Boys go shoot you down.
All right. Let's review that real quick. I'll let that run for about 2 minutes and 23 seconds. CB said, VDM, it be like say you go back. You too do. Listen, let's do this. Let me go over this real quick. It's a lot of things that he just said. Okay. He said at first that they were supposed to arrest Iyabo Ojo. His logic is because they filed petition the last time they arrested him, that equals to they must arrest. You see logic. Oh my sure logic straight in the poto. Because they filed a petition against him. Okay, I see Roque said they have to file petition VDM because he accused them of fraud and DNA matter, bringing distraction to justice for Mohbad, right? Because they arrested him for 1 month. They're supposed to arrest Iyabo due to, so let me just say like this. There's obviously multiple factors that would determine if you should be arrested or not. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. We have Marriott, shout out to Marriott. D, always watching replay, but correct me if I'm wrong. And then Miss T, right? They are lawyers. Correct me if I'm wrong. There are obviously other factors that determine if somebody should be arrested or not, if they can release them on bail or not. There's other factors. One of those factors is coconut head. I know. You never expected it. Mm-hmm.
Everything I do, I will. I never expected it.
I tell men, especially all the time, when you get into, if you end up in the system and you're fighting custody battles and you're fighting, if you're fighting because of divorce or all those kind of things, if you have coconut head, the person that's going to determine your fate is a human. They will prejudge you and judge you, and it can influence their decision. Yes. Why? Because they're humans. Okay. So the decision to go home or not, that's one factor. If you're a coconut head, I think we can pretty much predict. If you were to predict if VDM was doing coconut head the first time he met the police or not, what would be your prediction? You compare that to what Iyabo Ojo is probably doing. Now let's look at influence. Who is probably more influential in terms of actual influence, not just social media influence? In terms of influence, when I say influence, it's not just popularity. Popularity and influence are two different things. At this point, Very Dark Man is probably more popular than... Depends on what you mean by popularity too. Okay? But if we're just going strictly numbers, he probably has a huge follower. But probably Iyabo Ojo is still bigger. Probably why he still continue to tackle Iyabo Ojo, because it's easy way to gain more followers too. Yeah. So no, it's not as simple as because you file and you are arrested, he's supposed to arrest you. But again, he thinks you're stupid enough to take that and run with it. So you get to decide what you are. All right. Again, that also spells out the fact that he's a vindictive human being, which is a very, very feminine behavior, by the way. Everything else being equal, of course. Okay. It's a vindictive human being. He said it's a tit for tat issue for him. If Iyabo Ojo was being vindictive because of what Naira Marley might have done to her child, I can understand that than understanding somebody who is just being vindictive for running their mouth and then they got picked up. It's different. You know, I'm not ready to go into why it's different. So he now said his coincidence, he ended up in that building, that he has to prove that is coincidence because he ended up in the bedroom or bathroom or whatever room where they were doing mediation, right? Where he's not supposed to be there because it was not part of the case or the petition. He will need to prove him and Uche, no, maybe not him at all, Uche and the police will have to prove that to Iyabo. That's what that case is. Just in case we missed that. That's what that case is about. It's a petition against the police, CPS Uche, or whatever they call it. He now said he stepped outside with him and Iyabo's lawyer as per what? As a police man, Abi, as per Naira Marley's lawyer, Abi. But even if you're a bona fide certified counselor, I'm not sure if you have the right to be talking to be negotiating with Iyabo's lawyer. Because at that point, if you don't have the right, everything you now said, everything that was said between you and that lawyer is basically non-existent. It's useless. maybe not for the rat, but it's basically in reality is useless. Could make sense, right? Now, he said, because you finished Naira Marley's career. Please, what does that mean to me or to anybody? What does that mean? If I come and say you bullied a person and you guys have destroyed this guy before he was actually killed, the correlation between that and your career, is it that you were cancelled? Which one are we talking about? Is cancellation actually admissible in court? I mean, what are we talking? Oh, it's admissible to the Delta boys. Oh, again, he thinks you are stupid. That's what he thinks. To a large extent, he might be right. Sadly. To a large extent, he might be right. So finishing somebody's career, is that something that you can hold on to? I mean, you can only hold vendetta with that. It's emotional at best. If that person directly bullied you for a period, you can actually file a civil lawsuit against them. You can do that. Like, oh, this person was cyberbullying me, or they said something to me and then it caused my mental health. Mental health in the poto. Oh, God. I guess you can claim that, but it doesn't hold much water. You know, it doesn't hold much water. But again, he keeps using the Delta boy. You know, there's this tribalistic undertone. But let me leave that alone for now. There's a tribalism undertone. It's an undertone. I can't prove it. Okay? I just can't prove it, but I'm kind of hearing it, you know. But let's keep going.
Normally, or run on the streets. The guy can say, but Iyabo just reading. Anyways, police were supposed to detain her. Now the policemen can start to beg me too. Can say, very dark man, she's willing to apologize. How are you going to help her? Now, let me tell you people the original plan. The original plan is that if Iyabo Ojo comes out to apologize and say that she lied, do you understand? Do you know the next thing? People will now start insulting Iyabo. Then me, very dark man now, when people don't see us as an enemy, I will now come online to now help her repair her image by saying that she was emotional. That was why she did what she did. After that, we will now write another petition and start the Mohbad case all over again by petitioning everybody who did that house that day. Then they come talk what happened to Mohbad. This was the plan. Then they went upstairs to go and meet the CP. All this time, the CP no deal. They now went upstairs to go and meet the CP. The CP now came. As he sit down, I sit down there. He tell me, say, see, we sat there in the office. It was like a conference. He said, VDM, please stand up, sit down there. You know, even won't make a day close. As I sit down, they offered everybody tea to drink. Me, we're hungry, they beat for house. I no chop come. My only thing was to go there and report a case where carry me go there. 650 million naira case, now carry me go there.
Coming to my live book.
Wow. Where do we start from here?
That same day, I met Angela Okori for there.
Okay. Who cares that you met Angela Okori? Jesus Christ. But anyway, let's address two things he said in this last 1 minute and 40 seconds. Let's address that. Okay. Before we do that, let me read this real quick. Celebrity Moment, shout out to Celebrity Moments. Please join the family, Prestige family. Celebrity Moment says Iyabo is just as manipulative as VDM, but VDM keeps showing us receipts, but Iyabo has none. Okay, so there's something we call the VDM style evidence here, right? We have names for everything. We'll be following this for a while. VDM style evidence are basically screenshots that could be made up with ChatGPT at any time. But now they fall for him. It's okay. All right. Means it got him cancelled. Okay, yeah, it doesn't hold water. Anybody can get cancelled. It's your responsibility to get yourself back up, clean your own image. There's something in the way you move that got you cancelled. Okay, you might say somebody is responsible for that. He doesn't hold water, obviously. Yeah. Let's see here. To the court of public opinion. Okay, I see where you're going with that. I said there's no damn receipt that he has presented. Chinye, I don't know where the receipt. There's no receipt. VDM has never provided any kind of receipt. Until the only way you should ever believe VDM receipt is when the other person confirms it. Now, with that being said, when VDM provides something, it's most likely true. See, VDM providing a receipt or any type, the issue is not that it's not accurate or it's not correct. The issue is the 1% poison. Somebody used the term today when I was listening to another video. The person said separated truth. Some people, they speak truth, but it's separated truth. They are truth that are designed to manipulate you. Meaning, if they know you don't know how to think for yourself, they can easily manipulate you. But they are still truth. If all you do is point towards fact, these are facts. If that's all you know how to do and you don't know how to read between the lines, that's called separated truth. I call it 99% truth, but there's a small poison, 1%. And all it takes to spoil a food is just small poison. That's all it takes. Pay attention, ladies and gentlemen. Pay attention. Pay attention. But let me address this, right? He said the original plan. If you like, you're a celebrity, go inside VDM's DM. He will eventually expose you. I am waiting. He's going to expose Naira Marley. Yeah. No, I'm not just predicting. It's a track record. Should we go back? I'm not just predicting. Do we need to go back to all the DMs he has released? Okay. The original plan. So in Nigeria, correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't live my adult life in Nigeria. Okay. All my adult life has been here in the United States. Is there no such thing as confidentiality if you're going to end up in such rooms? Right? If you end up in such room because of some type of privilege, can you just come out and spill it? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm just wondering. I just ask. I'm just curious. Okay. But anyway, he again is telling us the original plan of things that were discussed behind closed doors. Why? Because he needs to win your trust. Right? He needs to win his integrity, Mr. Integrity of Nigeria. He needs to win your trust. Because once he wins your trust, let's just throw the brain away. VDM is always right. The only one mistake that Iyabo has done thus far is coming out to address anything that VDM has said. But maybe not so much, because in the love and war, all is fair. But if I'm going to assign any kind of mistake so far, it's that one. And I hope she keeps it shoky. If you do too much of it, she becomes exactly VDM. It becomes exactly, because the shalaye, like, why are you doing so much shalaye, right? I'll give her that one pass. 2, 3. After 3, then she deserves everything she's getting from that young man. He said the original plan was an apology where she will come out. I don't see it. It doesn't make any sense. Based on the character we've seen about Iyabo Ojo thus far, if she agreed to an apology, you were the sucker, essentially. Because I would have been able to pick that up this lady, because she has coconut head too, probably worse than VDM. She's not going to admit to apologizing for something for saying what the public was saying, for having an opinion that this man was bullying this guy until he died. No, she doesn't have to. She can go to court. She actually said it in what she said. She said, just file it to court, because she's not going to do any stupid apology. Or maybe she just wanted to go home and go and talk to her lawyer. Maybe lawyer was not present. I don't know why she would come there without lawyer. Well, VDM already told her that lawyer was present. But VDM was telling us all the conversation. He was privileged to have a conversation outside of the courthouse, or the bedroom, or the conference room, or the interrogation, whatever the room was. He was able to have a conversation with the lawyer, and they agreed. Who agreed? Not Iyabo Ojo and VDM. The lawyer of VDM. The lawyer of VDM. No, lawyer of Iyabo Ojo and VDM. Who is the lawyer? I don't even know. What matters? Apologies. Straight in the bottle. Let's continue.
So you see now Now, I know chop come. They say they won't give me tea and biscuit. I say, bring them. All of them, they form.
The
Now,
tea and biscuits. Are you kidding me?
Now, the commissioner of police, listen, when she started to beg, the man look her. And I tell her, say, but why were you posting without verification? She said she just saw it online. Then the man said, but you didn't verify. A lot of these videos can be doctored. She can't start to the plead. Sam Larry say no go agree. Iyabo just start to the says, hey God, then this woman come outside and they talk. You go learn.
So I did see a picture that looked like somebody was kneeling down. They're trying to portray it as Iyabo Ojo kneeling down and begging some people, police, Sam Larry. That doesn't tell us anything, ladies and gentlemen. Right? Wouldn't you need some context to interpret that? Or maybe Ola just seems to he's just taking sides with Iyabo. That's all. You're just aiming to take sides with Iyabo here. I don't know.
You're right.
Yeah, maybe. Let me read. Shout out to Covenanted Worship. Shout out to you, guys. Shout out to you. Emma says, brother, think before you take. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Celebrity Moment says, cause Angela Okori made a video saying she was added to the group chat, but she left because it had nothing to do with her. Yeah, that's group chat. She didn't say she was in Abuja, right? I saw that video. I thought she was trolling. It wasn't relevant. She just wanted a little bit of attention. She got it from Mr. Blog Niger. It doesn't tell us anything. Again, context. What does that tell us? Maybe you know more than I do. It's possible. He's shouting about this damn WhatsApp chat. He hasn't said anything credible or anything of substance. Remember, the title is How the Mighty Are Falling. Iyabo Ojo exposed by VDM. That's what we're talking about. Don't forget that. Okay, and we're hoping it can expose something that may be something new, because I'm curious too. Like, I would like the mighty to fall if the mighty is an oppressor or somebody who is canceling somebody's career random willy-nilly without any reason to do that. I want them to be cancelled too. I'm with you. Okay. Celebrity says the DJ Splash also made a video reacting to Iyabo's latest live, saying he never had that convo she said she did with him. Let me use my own discretion. Call me biased, okay? That boy needs to stay in treatment. Sorry. I feel very sad for his situation. He needs to stay in treatment. He needs to probably go back to school. Somebody needs to help him go back to school and stop going back to Naira Marley and making a fool out of himself. Maybe it's not intentional. Maybe he's just a young boy. Impressionable young mind. You know? But it is what it is. You know? I saw that boy on video running his mouth, also looking like he's off. Like he needed to be in a psych home. I wouldn't put a camera. Let me blame Iyabo for this. I wouldn't put a camera in front of that boy's face. But maybe they were trying to make a point and looking for things to juxtapose the justice for Mohbad thing. Maybe, you know? But no, I'm not going to take anything DJ Splash says seriously. I'm so sorry. To be honest, Iyabo, I hope she doesn't speak again. It is very difficult. It's easier said than done. But that's precisely what she needs to be doing. What she needs to be doing is filing petitions. If you mention my name random willy-nilly, as long as it's costing me free, or file another petition, I will drag you by the block horse. You'll be invited again. Maybe locked up for another 1 month. So you can get more popular. Isn't that what you want? Remember, he was looking for files to get him arrested. Isn't your family lawyers? Arrest me now. You forgot about that. Oh, you forgot. No, internet doesn't forget. Me, I can forget too. But internet doesn't forget. Okay. To be honest, Iyabo has more to lose. She should have been quiet like Tonto is doing. But Iyabo has too much pride and letting the public hailing to get to her head. Exactly. It's Coconut Head. Coconut Head is a bastard. There are two things you can use to destroy your relationships. If you want to think about relationship at a celebrity level, think about your relationship with the masses, with all this monitoring spirits, millions upon millions of monitoring spirits. 2 things: mismanaged expectations, number 3, and mismanaged pride and ego. We all have it. I'm just asking you to be aware, regulate it, because you can self-destruct. It has nothing to do with you're a good person. You can be a good person and self-destruct because of your pride. You can be a good Christian. That Christianity could be your source of pride. Because you know they listen. You know fit to receive anything. You're closed-minded. So I saw a statement that Tonto made somewhere where she talked about her peace of mind as zen, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. Nobody's going to give you peace until you give yourself peace. Shout out to Emmanuel on TikTok. No peace for the wicked. Who is the wicked? Most of the time is you, because you cannot shut other people down from talking about you. They will talk about you. How you respond is your responsibility. That's a message for Iyabo. How you respond is your responsibility. Literally respond, responsibility, respond, responsibility, respond, responsibility. It's your responsibility. And no, it's not common sense. You can't tell people how to respond. Okay. Me, I tell you, hopefully you listen. About answer from Omoluabi.
Sorry.
All right. Let's move on to the next. Let's get the next minute or so. We're at 8:45 out of 13 minutes. He hasn't told us anything yet. The mighty might be falling. Maybe there's a message for everybody in it, But this chat, nothing so far.
Then the man looked at Naira Marley and said, the game is in your court. What do you want us to do? Then Naira Marley says, since she's apologizing and she's willing to go public to apologize, I am willing to let it go.
Aww.
I am not willing to fight anything.
Aww.
You see now, and this woman come outside change story.
Aww.
But guess what? You will prove it.
Aww.
Iyabo, you will prove it.
Aww.
You will prove it.
Naira Marley with the good heart.
As they talk and they come ask Iyabo, say, when are you going to do this? She come say she needs time with her lawyers. Let her lawyers draft a letter, and then she can now make a video. From there, they will now start promoting Naira Marley. Say she needs 2 weeks. Naira Marley say okay. When they stood up, I carry Naira Marley go corner, go to shout. I say, why you go agree 2 weeks? Tell them to make the video today. Naira Marley say,
he really think this is his street. He think this is his house, in his father's house.
He pay me, but I say okay, no wahala. Next thing, Iyabo went out. That's why she now said, make we see. This make we see now, never even talk humble. Because another person name where be.
All right, so that's when they now saw. He thinks it's his father's house, doesn't it? Right? I have a question. Was it an apology that Iyabo was asked to make? Does the police mediation have the authority? Because we saw what happened with Natasha, right? Even the judge, we found out later on after interpretation and misinterpretation that Natasha was a suggestion for the Senate to actually, suggesting to the Senate to reinstate her. And then she found out the hard way that it was a suggestion and not an order. Nigeria, I hear the. Was it? Let's ask Very Dark Man if you understand what I mean. But was it an apology or it was a statement? A retraction statement? What was it that she was told to make? Because she said in her submission that if you do a song, change your behavior first. Change your behavior, we can see it, and you do a song, we can all make a statement and dance to it. She said that. What was it? Who should we believe? Very Dark Man or Iyabo Ojo? The rat said, don't believe the actress. They are actors. Don't ever believe them. You can never trust them. Who should I trust? Very Dark Man. Oh Lord, your guess is just as good as mine.
Let the poor breathe.
Ugao. Now wow. Nawa. Who should we believe now? Anyway, I have a feeling it's a statement. And if he knows anything about public figures, which he is one of them right now, he doesn't realize it yet. He has so much power that he's going to self-destruct with that power. That's my prediction. Anyway, that's my prediction. Because Coconut Head is a bastard. You know, they listen. Okay? And power gives you coconut head. Okay? And you can't hear it. You just can't comprehend anybody seemingly under you trying to tell you how to use the power. After you've called yourself the king of the rat hell, right? It's impossible for him to hear it. He can't. Melo, how do you say it in Yoruba? There's too much. And the most noisy, the loudest noise he's going to hear is probably those supporting him. To feed his ego. Unless you are big enough like Iyabo, where he can tackle you and use you to gain more clout. So it's not, even if he hears me, he's not capable of comprehending what I mean by you have a certain level of power, you have to be responsible with it. He thinks that a person of Iyabo's magnitude or caliber can just jump out and make a statement, just record a video. It's something that she can come back later on and claim is under duress. And again, does the police have the right? All they can do is mediate. They have the right, like she said, to charge it to court if she doesn't do what she agreed to. Very, very important. Shout out to the mom of 5. I see you. How are you doing? Shout out to Easy Bay. Shout out to you too. He doesn't know how this works. When you have a certain level of attention on you and you have a lot to lose, Very Dark Man has a lot to lose. Don't get it twisted. He might not know it. He has a lot to lose. He's not Showore. If he was Showore, he would not be hanging out with Burna Boy or Davido or going to Davido's party and talk about who ate jollof, who did not eat jollof. I know who was at the party. The Very Dark Man is not an activist. Oh, by the way, to his credit, he already told you he's not an activist. Okay, he said that. I said he doesn't want. Why did he say he's not an activist? Oh, it's because he's being humble. No, it's Coconut Head. You see, Coconut Head, right? Pride, it shows up from a blind spot. It's not going to show up in a way that's obvious. You know, the obvious way that pride shows up is a guy who is pompous. A man who is always talking like a pompous traditional. That's not pride. That's the easy one. That one's predictable. That's easy one. You, the one that have a tendency to accuse those one of being prideful, is the one you need to watch out for your own type of pride. Your own Coconut Head is actually premium, is covert, is dangerous because it doesn't present as pride. Not on the surface, at least. So when we say pride, please, let's have a full-blown understanding of what that means. Let's move on to another minute.
They involved for this make we see. I never even talk with him. We talk when we see.
You already told us. That was the first thing you told us, but go ahead.
Next thing, they were waiting for apology. She refused to do it. But the mistake Iyabo made is she didn't know what I have. I swear to God, nobody was willing to fight Iyabo on this internet. I was willing to let Iyabo chop her when they go. Nobody could know I go wipe her clean an image.
So you help her clean image.
She can't feel as if okay, I say queen mother. Where did they heal her? She apologize. People go to see her one time. Now why? But you don't know. That's why I had to step in to say, Omo, I go let Nigerians know the truth.
Truth.
Imagine being able to build anything.
He gonna let Nigeria know the truth.
May you get millions of followers. Now who platform strong pass? Do you understand?
Platforms versus
That's
platforms.
Why I came out. Knowing fully well what me and Iyabo discuss, bro.
You will tell us eventually.
Say, yes,
see, I know it.
Don't bully this boy.
He's already telling us, even today. No. Yeah, tell us.
And agreed.
Wait, what?
And agreed. See those videos. Doctor.
Wait, what?
Told me with her mouth. Say yes, Naira Marley did not bully this boy. And agreed.
How would she know? All right, let me be nice. How would she know outside of what we all saw on the internet if he was bullied? How can she outrightly come out and say, no, yes, Naira Marley was there 100% the time with Naira Marley. He never bullied. Why would she say, oh, this guy really thinks everybody is stupid? Oh my God.
See those videos, doctored. I swear to God who made me. Now this woman came out to come and start lying, changing it. The first thing they did.
I would be filing petition if I was her.
That blog name, Kitty Juice, one small blog. Like.
Even if I told you so, let me say this loud. If I told you something behind the scenes, if I told you something behind the scenes, and you now come to public and say I said it, okay, you're gonna. If I know for a fact that there's no proof that I said those things, if it was truly you took phones, because remember he told us they took phones before they started talking and nobody was recording, I will come and file petition against you. Yeah, Ola, are you saying you will lie? No, it's not lie. It's just truth. Okay, I will come and tell the truth. What is the truth? That you are telling a lie against me that I said what I did not say. What do I mean? What I mean is that you have no proof that I said it, just to drag you. You think you are petty? You're not petty. You're not petty because obviously you're reckless. It's easy. It's easy to get. It's very easy. But wait, more and more people are starting to discover. You see some people say, I used to be a follower, but now I'm shout out to Uncle Beno. I used to be a follower, but let me hold my brother accountable. He's saying, brother, now I'll wait another 3 months. Uncle Beno, shout out to you. Right? Abby said, I used to be a follower. Guess who else was really liking because they thought was speaking truth and holding people accountable? My wife. Me, I can see through the bullshit from day one, but it's okay. I'm patient. Let me calm down. I don't have water today.
As I just said, the post say Iyabo was invited and Naira Marley was begging her. That was why I made my first video and I said, Iyabo, God will judge, because it bust my head. I was a witness. That was when I said, Iyabo, God will judge. Because this was not our agreement.
God will judge.
Now you are beginning to turn things. Next thing they call Iyabo. From nowhere, Iyabo say our office born. I go watch the video, I just shake my head and laugh. I say, actress.
The office born, okay. Can somebody lie about that? Or did she burn her own office down? It's a question though. I'm curious. Can somebody lie about that kind of thing? Or did she, just because she didn't want to answer to Nigerian police, someone with influence, just because she didn't want to lie to them, that she didn't want to tender some fake apology that never existed, she will now lie about. Logic is not logic, it's not hard enough. There's something I'm missing. So she will go and burn the whole office down so she doesn't lie to a police. Nigerian police, even American police, they don't be their papa. So I don't have to lie to American police. Even American police that everybody carry on their head. Because I don't want to lie, I'll go and burn the whole house down. Are you okay? Does that make any sense whatsoever? Am I missing something? Let me come to the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let me come to the chat. Shout out to Joyce. Joyce said, I'm not a VDM fan, but I tell you the truth. In this case, you're a truth teller. Yes. Shout out to Joyce. I tell you the truth. In this case, she's losing. It would have been better for her to be quiet. Iyabo lies a lot. What was her son doing in Naira's house? Okay. Shout out to you. Help her image just as you are doing to Naira. PR specialist Isono. Anyway, Celebrity says, to be honest, it was just burnt on the inside and the fire service was conveniently on time to put out the fire. That's not a big deal to you? Even if it's burnt on the inside. What is that? It's like, oh, it's just halfway burnt on the inside. Have you ever seen a house burn on just on the inside? And then everybody's just conveniently happy. Ladies and gentlemen, help me out here. Fire na fire. For America, at least here. Fire na fire. Okay? But I hear you. I hear you. Let's continue because I don't want to. I don't want to. You guys are not helping VDM. I would like somebody who can actually make a solid case for VDM. VDM versus Iyabo Ojo. You know. So far it's 7-1. Okay. So far, let me do this. Let's do this. Let's go to the who is winning. 55% says very dark man. I'm going to end that poll right now. 45% says Iyabo Ojo. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Now, the scores so far is 7-1. I'm just being conservative when I say 7-1. Okay. Who is 7? That's my next poll. Okay. Who is 7? VDM or Iyabo Ojo? Yeah. So vote. Who is 7? So far, the scores is 7-1. Actually, I could have made that 2. But it's okay. Who is 7? Choose anyhow. Interpret it anyhow you like. But let's continue. Platform versus platform. Who has a bigger platform? You see, it's not that deep. Who has the bigger platform? At the end of the day, right? It's just banter. It's VDM. We can't take him too seriously. No, on the surface level, you're right. We shouldn't take that too seriously. But there's something deeper about that character. Okay? There's something deeper. And I don't think I'm ready to get into that today. Okay? He wants to clean our image. How? By manipulating the audience? I'm going to spend 20 million naira on a chat, hacking into a chat that really doesn't tell us anything that we don't on a normal day know. If you want to call in, this is the right time to call in. This is the time to call in if you want to call in. There's nothing in the chat that doesn't look like any other chat group out there where people go back and forth, banter. If it's not an official chat group, because I've been in chat group where the people say it's professional, please do not post. There are some chat groups like that. But there's some other chat groups that if Sam Clef is inside of a chat group, the way I've seen him conduct himself in battles against even Iyabo Ojo, if Iyabo Ojo is inside of a chat group from a live video with Black Bonnet, I don't know if I'll be holding their feet to fire too much in terms of conduct. I don't expect much. I don't expect like truth, whatever you guys call truth from that kind of chat. I expect them to be angry. I expect them to be going back and forth about how they want to take down the bullies of Mohbad. Because that's what the public was doing. They basically were replicating everything on social media in that chat group. There's nothing in the chat group. It tells us nothing. Anyway, let's finish this off.
When I started releasing everything.
Release everything!
Now!
My prediction is that we will find out what happened to Mohbad. Not.
This same CP will help you do your case clean. Now you want blackmail. Madam, you see that center, they go do that case. You think say it's a bit repetition? Thank God that Oganu Ribadu not be nonsense person now. We go full petition go there. Say, Oga, you go stand down.
So you'll be wasting taxpayers resources. Let's just go and be filing petition.
Go right, go there.
Petition upon petition.
Oga, come on your hand.
Petitions galore.
Let her bring proof to her allegation. If she brings you proof, then you can continue. Like I said,
bring your proof.
You know, say that office is sophisticated.
Money misroad
and sound. If not, you no go lie. Come back to Nigeria, baby girl. Queen murder.
Threats.
Come back.
These are threats.
Yes. Bastard father. As you take color.
Okay, so one of the things that he's really trying to perpetuate here is trying to get you to see it. So you, the gullible, can drag Iyabo Ojo even more. She said inside of the chat group, she said, Mohbad bastard father is fighting a lost battle on arrival. It is not appropriate for Iyabo Ojo to say that. Not because it is right or wrong, because of her caliber of person. What do I always tell you, Prestige family, about chatting and texting? Voice notes. You got to be careful, especially if what you are delivering is a emotionally charged conversation or within emotionally charged context. Stop. If you're not saying I love you, if you're not saying I'll see you later, hey babe, did you pick up the kids? Hey, love you, see you soon. Oh yeah, let's jump on the phone and talk real quick. If you're not saying those things, text messages and chat group last will cast everybody. They say it's podcast, no, chat groups too. So if you're a person of means, you're a powerful person, you have a lot to lose, which by the way, Very Dark Man falls in that category. You should not be saying this kind of things inside of a chat group. You're not wrong. You didn't do anything wrong, because truthfully, Baba Mohbad was moving mad. He was. That's just a fact of life. 9 out of 10 people will tell you he was moving mad. It's not your opinion versus mine. 9 out of 10 people will say, hey, some people might say, oh, he has the right, he was angry because of his child. No, but we're talking about Omoluabi. We don't do that as grown men. We just don't. Okay? If you did that, you'll be held accountable. And how? Because we can see who you are as a person, your conduct in public. But Iyabo Ojo, 2 wrongs don't make it right. When you have a lot to lose, you don't say stuff like this in any chat groups anywhere, especially when they are monitoring. You need to assume there's monitoring spirits everywhere at all times. With that being said, this is not a matter of right and wrong. There's nothing here in the grand scheme of things. I'm just talking reputation wise. There's no need for her to have anything like this floating around the internet. Any type of screenshot like this, because there are more than enough rats literally out there that will take screenshots, cheap screenshots, calling them evidences and running with it and manipulating the masses. Precisely why she shouldn't be doing that. Be careful when you're upset, you're angry with a partner, a significant other, a colleague. Do not send long thesis chats. It will be used against you. There are more than enough very dark brains out there. Some of them are your closest friend, ally. Sometimes they're the person you're married to. Sorry, oh, sorry. I know it's tough. Rounding up.
Sorry, oh.
Let's finish this off. We have a few more seconds.
They fight for justice. Well, now they use style, manipulation techniques on police so that they no go fit do case well.
Police no fit do case well.
Against everybody when did the house. It is say this mobile guys are not be church. A petition against all of them, even Neramali, it will still come. Sam Larry will come. Everybody will still come back.
He's saying that to appease your feelings, by the way.
But now you try to spoil them because
so you can think it's balance.
Not be by my power, but by the grace of God. I hope we'll be able to do this. But baby girl, come back to Nigeria. You're gonna learn, and you will learn the hard way. Don't play.
All right, don't play. All right. Let me come to the chat. One of the things that I'm trying to correct is when people try to analyze things from a place of balance. Sometimes it's between genders. They say, speak for the man, and sometimes you speak for the woman. That's not balance. Sorry. That is not balance. D, you are here. Shout out to D. You caught me live today. Good to see you. I like to speak for both sides so I can be balanced. That's not balance. That's not balance. You want to be balanced? It's a case by case by case. It involves listening. It involves not making assumptions. It involves killing bias. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to kill bias. It's actually almost impossible. It's okay. I have biases too. Okay. It involves learning how to listen long enough. You can't just take one little thing you heard and run with it. If you do that, you are easy to manipulate. So he dropped that there. We're going to invite everybody back, including Sam Larry. And why did you have to say including? Why? Why couldn't we just assume that's what you meant? Because we know you. We can smell it. You can smell it. It's manipulation at best. Anyway, let's read some comments. Sylvia says, after he finished shouting for Easy's case, how far? Nothing. They are settling because that's the best way to do it. Just useless. In fact, if anything, he implicated, I analyzed that here too. Go find it. Easy concept versus Mercy Chinwo. Analyzed it. It was very obvious to me that Easy was the gullible. Before he actually engaged Very Dark Man, it was very obvious because of the way he was talking. There's some in-betweens on how he talks that was just obvious that this man was manipulative. He's trying to control the narrative now, and he tried to employ the services of a Very Dark Man. If you end up, if you're Easy T or you're an Iyabo Ojo or anybody who has a lot to lose, and you end up in VDM's DM, he will expose you eventually. Okay. There's a guy called Tata Efe or something like that, one of those skit kids. He ended up in a video. Alpha now, my guy. He got exposed. You'll be exposed. It's inevitable because it's weapon for him. It's weapon. And is it possible, right? Is it possible that you are engaging people that you won't have friction sometimes, that you won't disagree sometimes? Is that possible? The moment you disagree with Very Dark Man, you don't collect with that straight, instantly. Sorry. It will expose you. No. It doesn't wait for injustice, contrary to what you might think. It doesn't wait for injustice. All it needs is a disagreement. That's it. A disagreement, sort of kind of like, so Tunde does. Oh, so you're on Oga Polo's side now. You know what? Nobody should beg me. Nobody should beg me. Everybody must collect pressure. Everybody must collect.
Everything I do, I will.
Sorry.
So this message is for especially the celebrities, the one that I don't want to, people like Daddy Freeze. You know, I don't want to say anything so that Daddy Freeze said, I don't want us to say anything because I can be misinterpreted. I'm like yeah.
Why are you running?
Yes, I'm happy she did not back down. They tried to bully her. It was obvious to me. It wasn't obvious to everyone. Shout out to Sylvia. Join the Prestige family, including the rats. You want to start using... If you want to... Let me say this respectfully. There are many intelligent people in the Rattel gang. Okay? Everything I'm suggesting here is easier said than done. He's a very good manipulator. So let me just say that out there. Okay? Now, I'm saying that because I want you to hear me. Yes, I'm kind of appeasing you. Okay? But I want you to use your analytical mind a little bit more when you're listening to this guy. Precisely to help him, because he's going to self-destruct. Okay? Because majority of the loudest ones are enablers. Okay? That's why he will never listen. D, thank you so much, D. This haircut is old though. This dude shouldn't even use his mouth to say the word manipulation, as he is the king of it. He will jump ahead of it now. Abby said this chat is weirdly peaceful, because we silence anybody that doesn't know how to talk. That's why. If you don't know how to talk, part of my job, my mission is to teach you how to talk. I'm not going to do that by preaching to you. I'll just help you short it. That's all. You can have opinions, we can have diverse opinions, but you have to be respectful. And it's okay to support VDM. Nina, shout out to Nene. It says with evidence, this man has evidence. they say evidence. So let me say, having a platform is his only source of income, so everything is fair game. He's not an actor or a business owner. I agree 100%. So even if it's a manipulator, I actually have to agree with you on that. Nobody can cry to be a victim of VDM in my books. You can, if you do it and I catch you. If you do it and I catch you, you go collect.
Sorry.
So for example, if Mercy Chinwo had ended up in VDMs doing shalaye, if I catch her and she was doing shalaye inside of VDM said, I want to help you clean your image.
Explain, because no evidence.
Omo, Mercy Chinwo will collect on this platform.
Sorry.
Okay, it is what it is. So if that's what you mean by fairness, I don't like fairness. Precisely, I don't like fairness. It's already fair. If you end up in his video, in his DM, it is fair. Whatever you collect from there, it is fair as far as I'm concerned. Now, does he think he's going to get away with it for a long time? No. It is also fair that he's self-destructing right now as we speak. It is fair that he's already self-destructing. Somebody say, he said it. He destroyed somebody's career. No. If you're moving mad in the streets of Lagos and you were doing gangsterism and you're part of a gang and you're bullying a person in the name of you want to collect your money, no, it is fair that your career gets cancelled. It is very, very fair. To whom much is given, much is required. That's the way it works. Uncle Beno might call it consequentialism, right? If you make certain decisions, you should be ready for the consequences, right? So, no, it is in love and war, all is fair. So what do you have? What are we talking about? You better learn how to move, learn how to speak, learn some social intelligence, learn power intelligence, learn emotional intelligence. Because if you don't, there are 8 billion of us here. It is fair already. I know it sometimes doesn't feel fair. I know what that feels like when it feels unfair. Maybe you're trying to get to a level and it's not happening fast enough. And it looks like people that didn't do work much for it. Yeah, I know what that feels like. I know. I'm with you. But you can't afford to stay a victim if you are a victim at all. Because if you have that mindset that you're a victim, you look around you, you will always find a villain. Sometimes it's just rain and sunshine. Sometimes it's a big snow blizzard. And it feels unfair. But if it's happening to everybody else in society, it is what it is. It's fair. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Let me see here. What am I missing here? Chia said this dude shouldn't even open his mouth to say the word okay, manipulation. Shout out to Life with Natu. Everybody, please help me support Natu. She is a business owner who is always supporting this platform. I just put that information on the screen right there. Okay. Let's see here. Shout out to Gigi Money. I see you. Gigi Money. Abi Money. Which one is it? So Natu said Nuhu Ribadu is a Hausa and can never farms VDM. He does not like someone that talks too much. Is that one of the guys in the police department? Who is he? I have family members that have a personal relationship with him. Interesting. There's no big deal in the chat, Jare. He's just manipulating it. I mean, so no mighty fell today. There was no mighty that fell today so far. You know. My prediction is Mohbad's brother is the father of Wumi's son. Another angle. Wala. Oh, Jesus. All right, so for me, I actually don't care who's the actual father.
Don't care.
Don't care. Still don't care. I don't care. I don't. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care who is Wume's son's father. It's not relevant. It has never been relevant. If we can find a video somewhere where Mohbad was questioning that, then maybe we can make it relevant. Until then, sorry. The mom of fire says, I said it to threats, but his rats are carrying droppings everywhere. Yeah, he's making threats, and I would, if I were Iyabo Ojo, in fact, if she's listening to people that know her, this is an idea, go and file a petition for the threat. Right now. That's the best way. You see how angry he is with the petition? That's the best way to get him. If you do the back and forth with him on social media, that's where his power is. He just gets followers, you know. I think he's gotten enough followers and he should learn how to move now, but he won't listen. A young man, 30 years old, you give him that kind of power, he won't listen. Oh Lord, my brother, how can you call Grace? I'm wondering if this is Miss Grace from Uncle Bendo's platform. Is that you, Madam Grace? If that's you, the link is pinned to the top. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. But yes, I'll wait another. I'll do another 10 minutes. If you can call it within the next 2 minutes, I'll take it. I would love to hear your thoughts. He's got nothing to release. I mean, we're waiting, we're watching. We're reading Wokoshe Bilomo. Yeah, we're watching. He should have been arrested for hacking into a group chat. Yeah, so because some people were suggesting that, I don't know if they can really hold that against him. If it's a private chat, maybe. But it's kind of still considered a public chat, you know. And he could have used some strange number to get into it, and they allowed him in, and he might be calling it, you know. There's no case behind that. That's why in the first place, do not say anything stupid as an Iyabo Ojo in the public chat. You know. VDM is using Naira Marley and vice versa. Yeah, Naira Marley has a lot more to lose. He already lost so much, but engaging with VDM, he has a lot more to lose. VDM's power is social media. His destruction is going to be a slow one. Because, you know, social media is social media. He's just going to lose his credibility. That's inevitable, you know. Let's see. VDM is mad at Iyabo for insulting his mother. He doesn't care about justice for mother. We already know that. He cares about justice for Naira Marley. Actually not. He doesn't care about justice for anybody, okay? He cares more about those boreholes and those kids that he helps build schools and stuff. I think he's authentically care about those things. When it comes to anything public, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. All right. Let's see. PR specialist. Yes. He's our newest PR specialist. Uncle Beno, are you here? Uncle Beno, how you doing? Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay. Celebrity moment. Shout out to you. Thanks for engaging the chat so much. He said, we are aware he's a manipulator, so is Iyabo Ojo. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. That's true. He can be a manipulator and also right in some cases. I think he's right 99% of the time. I think I said that earlier on. People like VDM are so dangerous because they are actually right 99% of the time. It's the 1% poison that I want you to learn how to pick up. That's the skills that I'm teaching here. A poison is a poison, even if it's 1%. It destroys beyond just this moment. It becomes ideologies. Potentially becomes a movement, as you can see so far. Because of that 1% poison. You know, they can relate, you can relate with them, they can connect with your pain. Very, very dangerous. You know why it's more so dangerous? Because it's very confusing sometimes. Because this guy speaks so much facts and truth, right? It's impossible that it can be. No, that's how poisons work. Just a little bit of poison. There's no link. I didn't pin it. Oh, my bad. Let me do it now. I'll add a few more minutes to my time. So sorry. I thought I pinned. I think I posted it. I didn't pin it. That's what it was. I posted it. I didn't pin it anymore. Oh, it's pinned though. It's at the top. Oh, it's at the top of the chat now. It says calling. It's there for me though. You know. Yeah. Come on in, Uncle Beno. Come on in. Let's talk about it real quick. Let's spend the last 14 minutes here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Actually, the last 5 minutes. Let's see. He wants everybody to see him as the only Messiah. Yep, that's precisely how Messiahs work. That's how they work. You know, they present as the end all be all, and they are very good at it. I saw a picture of him in Anambra. Let me see if I can see that VDM in Anambra. You see like an image of him actually leading a group of people. Yeah, I think I found it here. Let me see here. Yeah, this is it right here on Uncle Beno. Welcome. Do you want to show your face? Uncle Beno on the treadmill. Let's do it. Let's do it. You're muted.
Okay, Babafa.
Uncle Beno getting that work in, showing us some chests.
What that go do now?
How you doing, brother?
We dey go beach next.
Unnecessary. Unnecessary. Unnecessary.
What I go do,
Baba? You better stay on your toes. The enemies equal.
MOP.
Yes, sir.
MOP. My guy Mata don't tire me. Even me will be #1 fan. My guy
I'll give you 3 months time. I might be wrong, but I'll give you 3 months time. I know you are saying it's my guy. Well, okay.
No, I'm still gonna support him. You know, like this guy that cried, what's his name? Fish Magnet. He actually went all the way to Anambra to rally the boys and address them and all of that, you know. So definitely I'm still gonna support him. But on this Mobad case and him Iyabo Junior Amali, that's just the one area he's beginning to piss me off with his rhetorics. That's just it right now. That's just what I don't like. It's something tells me that dude is being threatened seriously. I
What is
think
being threatened?
VDM.
Oh, he's being threatened. Okay. Yeah, by the powers that be, right?
Yeah. I think he's being threatened seriously. You know, some of these guys, the way you actually handle them is to find some debts on them. When you see people who claim to be righteous, they are super good, you know, just calm down. You're gonna find a very damaging stuff about them.
Yeah.
And once you have that, if you know how to use it, just your top. I think that's just what is happening to him right now. I think they probably got something on him. I don't think it is money they paid him that made him to be doing all this shalaye. They had something bigger on him. That's just my take, because
No. It's not money. It's not money.
that's just my take. Because the way he's going, he knew he was in the wrong the moment he started defending Malik. And I saw one of his videos this morning when he jumped on this boy that is talking now, the boy that actually told the Iyabo that her son's drink was
DJ
spiked
Splash.
at Malik's house. Yeah. I see the way he quickly hop on that and say, hey, see the boy is talking now. Iyabo is my brother. I just shake my head at, bro, I just played your video yesterday. You said the same thing. So the way that boy is taking his story right now, you too, you have done something similar. So there is no need to camouflage it like, well, the thing is just smelling anyway. But
yes, that's the latest video now. I didn't see that yet though. I didn't see it yet. So he's tackling the DJ Splash boy, right?
Oh no, he's not tackling DJ Splash. He's actually using the boy
he's using
video. Like, yeah, you see, Iyabo is manipulative. DJ Splash has denied what happened, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, dude, just shut the fuck up. You do the same thing. you actually said Naira Marley should be cancelled, and here you are singing a
Yeah,
different song. So if they can get to you, how
yeah.
much more this small boy? Now this one they don't
Easy,
forget you.
very easy,
So
very
yeah,
easy.
so the case is very complex. And even though I'm not a big fan of Iyabo Ojo when it comes to this case, I
Uh
still
huh.
want to give Iyabo Ojo some credit. It takes a strong woman to go
Mm-hmm.
against somebody like very dark man this long with all these. I have this evidence, I have that one, I see what you're doing. Like I said yesterday, with VDM using MTS, manipulation through storytelling. If
Right, right, right.
anybody launched that magnitude of attack on you, if you are
Mm.
not strong, you can't escape it. That's why somebody like Bobrisky ran away. That's why a lot of people just took off once they are facing VDM. But
Mm.
Iyabo Jo is a strong woman, and I have to give it to her. She tried. She's not an angel. And like I've always said, both of them, they are both wrong. They are both manipulators. But at least where we they enjoy the drama. Now we go
Mm-hmm.
use our sense to know, say, okay,
Yeah.
oh,
So
this one, it can be possible. That one, that's what I'm saying, my brother.
yeah, I agree with you 100%, bro. I agree with you. It's
Yeah.
definitely that's what I mean by saying it's easier said than done. It's definitely it's complex. It's a complex thing.
Mhm.
It's not stuff that you can say this one is right, this one is wrong. It's not that simple. If anything, I want them to see VDM and have the skill to see through him sometimes.
It go take a while for people to see through him. Oh. It only take intelligent people, like people who are not in Nigeria that are not very hungry, like majority of these young men and women in Nigeria, to see through what VDM is doing. Because right now, as far as they are
Hmm.
concerned, VDM is the new messiah in town. Forget to. And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
tell
yeah.
you the
We can
same, the
we
same.
can acknowledge that.
Yes, now the same power
Mhm.
where pastors they use over their congregation, VDM is using it now. All VDM
Yes,
has
so
to say is let's go. Everybody go jump up. His
and then give
followers,
them something to drink and everybody just sleep. That's it though.
you know, it's like that. I saw his response. In fact, when I leave the gym now, I'm gonna do my show self. I'm
Okay, they
just
do show.
asking the real fam. Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
asking real fam. May they suggest what you go talk. If anything, no day, I go back to VDM because I saw VDM response to Iyabo Ojo petition, and the guy
Right.
was twisting the whole thing again. I'm just like VDM, come on.
That's what we just reacted to, Uncle Beno.
Eh.
Yeah, that we just reacted to the whole 13 minutes just now. But yeah, you should do it so that
Yeah.
we can get some other perspectives. Over here
Now
they
cruise
just
me
want to
out.
listen to me.
Baba na cruise me, I won't go cash you. Their matter no meet me as I do like this.
No, no, normal now. Normal now. Normal now. Ta ló wá kàn
Thank you,
tí
Jare MOP.
ta ló wá kàn èwo ló kan ayé kí ló kan ayé. I posted Uncle Beno's link in the chat. Please go subscribe. Thank you, Uncle Beno.
No, well, MOP. May I finish my workout, Jare?
All right, we'll
You see
talk
the
soon. All right. Shout out to Uncle Beno. Yeah. So I see that 8 minutes video if we have time for it tomorrow. Hopefully you guys learn from me. I want to say a quick shout out to Zara. Zara said, I've been trying to catch your lives. I learned tons from your perspective. I don't know anything about these two, but we'll listen. Yeah. Google their name. They're very popular. Iyabo Ojo is a very popular Nollywood actress, Nigerian actress, and Very Dark Man is very popular. Is the most popular activist. He will not admit he's an activist, but he's a very popular activist now. He's also manipulating the gullibles on the internet when it comes to celebrity news to gain more followers. So, and I think there's a lot of lessons, particularly in the celebrity aspect of things. In terms of his activism, actual work behind the scenes, I think that should be applauded. That should continue to be applauded. I think he's built enough followers. He doesn't need to chase clout with all this stupid celebrity stuff anymore. But it's not going to listen because that gives you a certain level of power that is very hard for a young man like him to detach from. It's intoxicating. Power is very intoxicating. If you know that you can get away with it over and over again, then you will precisely continue to do that. Also, what Uncle Beno just said is very possible, that he's being threatened by powers that be. For example, with the police situation, him dragging the police in the mud and saying the police, all that, on a normal day, police will harass you and bully you with that, Nigerian police. on a normal day, but they also want to be careful because it will drag the police. But they are probably actively looking for dirt on him, and he needs to move with some wisdom. Hopefully, he has it, or he has people in his corner to help him. I doubt it. Power is very intoxicating. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Let me see the end of the poll, and then we'll end the show for the day. Shout out to Natu for sponsoring the show, and shout out to Abby for supporting the show. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. That is very, anytime you do that is very, very helpful for the platform. All right, so let's look at the poll. The poll, guess what, ended at exactly 50-50. 50% thinks VDM is the one with 7. Iyabo Ojo, 50%. Okay, the 50% of you, maybe I should have added that you think of what my opinion is. I should have added that. But you give me your opinion, 26 votes. Okay, all right. That's what makes it interesting, because it's truly a divided, very complex topic. That's what makes it interesting. I expect it. If it's not 50-50, this story will probably not be as fascinating and engaging, right? So it makes sense. My personal opinion, Iyabo Ojo has scored 7. She lost the 1 by engaging very dark man publicly at all. That's how. Okay, that's from me personally. Okay, but all your opinions are valid. I appreciate it. Nkechi says at least the 2 of them have helped some people in Nigeria. If you haven't helped a single soul in Nigeria, give people that have done so little credit. It's not about intelligence. Let this play out. Shout out to you. I appreciate you. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications. Go download our books for free at manofprestige.com. We have 2 books. One is Get My Marriage Back with Me and My Wife, and this one is called Number 1 Red Flag. You can download them for free by joining the boot camp. You can join the boot camp. The boot camp is called 21 Day to Get Your Marriage Back, something like that. Just go to manofprestige.com. If you join that, you get 2 free books, and then if this is something you need, of course. Hopefully you've been enlightened and educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough, we done enough.